We all know Fortnite has just had a giant update, and with this update comes a lot more chests for us to open up. So we thought we'd put together a little video for you showcasing the 11 best secret locations and the easiest way to get yourself some epic loot. The first secret location I want to share with you is the underground fallout shelter that's in the most southern house at Snobby Shores. In here you can obtain up to 3 chests and an assortment of weapons. When gliding in, I recommend heading towards the back left hand corner of the green house and sliding down the back wall. Head in through the door and then through that door in front of you. You'll see a wooden wardrobe on your right. Break it. Behind this is the entrance to the secret shelter. Head on down through the door, you'll be greeted with a couple of weapons, and then the left hand door is where you get all the golden chests. Beware though, this one is growing in popularity quite quickly, so I suggest when you get inside maybe laying down a trap or keeping an eye on the door for a few seconds before you actually head in deep. Number 2, the kayak chest at Greasy Grove. This one was very unknown to me and I've been playing Fortnite for 2 months now. So first of all, land on the largest building in Greasy Grove and start smashing through the ceiling with the air vents on. This is important as you'll land directly below the kayak, meaning it's more efficient and saves you time to get that chest. Then, when you see the kayak on the side of the wall above the staircase, smash the kayak, then go through that wall and you'll be greeted with a lucky chest. Three, East Cliffside on a hanging truck. Head northeast of Lonely Lodge and glide over the cliffside until you see what seems to be a lorry hanging off the side. It's hard to see the chest from here, but just make the gamble and it should pay off. There will be a chest on the back of it hanging off, so make sure to tread lightly and pick up the loot as soon as it opens. And if you want some extra metal, just smash the vehicle to bits and you should have about 20 to 40 bits of metal in your inventory. 4. The secret cave at Anarchy Acres. This is another one that I didn't know about until recently, and it's directly north of Anarchy Acres, probably where a lot of us don't actually tread. There is a chest here, very close to the cliffside, under a raised hill, which looks like a wooden, kind of closed cave. Your best bet is to head to the cliffside so you can get an easy visual and then glide in directly to smash the wood. This one is one of my favourite spots as not only do you get a chest, you also get an ammo box, and if you head north, you get a nice line of sight through the windows where there's usually someone looting. Number 5, the giant llama north of Junction. This one may be known to a few of you, but some may think it's just another statue with nothing inside. Well, you're wrong. This fella can be filled with 2 or 3 chests for you to devour. Glide in north of Junction and you'll see a gigantic llama. Try landing on its head and then breaking through. There's usually a chest within its neck or head. Head down a level or 2 and there should be another crate for you to open up, and with all that loot, you'll be ready to take on whoever you want in Junction with a nice backdoor strategy in your favour. Number 6, easy chests at the Eastern Racecourse. I'm certain this is a racecourse, but I could be wrong. Between Moisty Mine and Lonely Lodge, you'll see what looks like to be a random squiggle on your map, but in fact, this is what they've planned to make as a racecourse. So to the back of this course towards the cliffside is a viewing platform, and under this there's usually a chest, and on one rare occasion I did manage to pick up 2. This one is one of the easier chests in the game as nobody drops here because it's out of the way from any really lootable towns, and if you get lucky you'll be on your own, meaning you get a couple of chests and a couple of houses over the road, so you'll get a nice amount of loot for you to head on over to Retail Row. And by the time you get to Retail Row anyway, everyone's probably half dead or injured, so you'll have a lot easier chance of picking them off and looting your enemies there. Number 7. Underground chests at Haunted Hills. Out of all the new locations, Haunted Hills is one of the best bang for your buck places to drop into. There's guaranteed a handful of chests here and you'll find only a few enemies dropping in with you, so your chances of finding something good before being mauled to death by a pickaxe is highly likely. I recommend landing anywhere you want really, but just try starting to go underground. Majority of the chests are hidden underneath, but can also be accessed by broken holes in the rocks around the sides. Circle the buildings, smash some walls, and stay on the outskirts. This is where you'll find most of the chests with the least amount of enemies seeing you. Oh, and if you're the only one landing there, be prepared for a lot of gear. We're positive there shouldn't be this many chests in such a small location, seeing as 80% of the buildings are just one level anyway. Number 8. Tilted Towers. Now this one is what I like to call the dangerous chest route. Bigger the risk, bigger the reward. Now this one is for you ballsy players out there that like to dive headfirst into the action. Here's a little route that I found which can get you up to 5 or 6 chests in under a minute, but it's pretty damn tough. Glide into Tilted Towers and land directly on the clock tower. Without doubt there'll be 1 or 2 dropping in view, so your best bet is to start smacking them with your pickaxe or try and steal the contents of the 2 chests up top. If you survive, which is unlikely to be honest, smash your way down the tower and you may find a weapon or even another chest on your way down. Once down, head behind the tower and on top of the pawn shop ceiling. Go inside, downstairs, and you'll see a shelf on the right with 2 boxes covering the corner. Smash it and you'll find a secret underground section with 1 or 2 chests. Loot them and be sure to head out towards the stairs on the left going back to the clock tower. Now if you're still alive, pat yourself on the back because you're probably going to die here. This is where you're totally out in the open for a good 10-15 seconds. So let's say you're coming out or on the side of the clock tower. You need to head over to the right hand side of this little park. It may have a few bushes and or a tree or so, and you need to smash one of the orange tiles. This orange tile is on the right hand side in the middle, and this should drop you down into what is like a secret pipeline sewer system which usually has a chest. This is a good time to regenerate, and you don't even need to build your way out as you can smash the ceiling above the pipeline and hop on out easily. Now personally, this is one of the quickest ways to get 5 or 6 chests in under a minute. Admittedly, it's pretty hard, but without doubt you'll be killing a couple on your way to get those chests, and you'll also have their loot as well. So without doubt, you'll be one of the biggest bosses in the Tilted Towers. 9. More easy chests north of Wailing Woods. Glide north of Wailing Woods and you'll see 2 houses towards the west. Just right of here is usually an ice cream van with a chest next to it, but unfortunately for us, this time we didn't get one. From this ice cream van, head south towards the hill and you'll see a scarecrow and a teddy bear sitting around the chest. Steal it from them and head up the big hill just to the south. Slide down the other end and head towards the large tree with a broken tree trunk next to it. Here you'll find 2 chests just sitting next to it, ready to be opened. Be sure to keep an eye out on the adjacent houses as well, because this is a popular route just because it has some nice loot and a basement as well. And if there's nobody there, head on in and loot it. Number 10, the weird wooden building that I have no name for at the most northeastern point of the map. I have no idea why this building is here or what story it's meant to tell, but putting its ugly architecture behind us, it's a good place to drop in, and sometimes it holds 2 chests. For some reason, there's very little enemies here, and by very little, I literally mean none. There's nobody ever drops here, and I can't blame them, to be honest. It's between Wailing Woods and Lonely Lodge, which are never really filled with many good chests. But hey, if you're looking for a round that is very much staying on the outskirts and being stealthy, then this is a good place to loot. Just bear in mind though, within this building, the doors do sometimes look like the walls, so just double check your corners because you may be missing a chest. 11. River Cave at Fatal Fields. Last but not least is a cheeky chest due north of Fatal Fields, just before the horse barn. There's a little river here that kind of goes nowhere, but on both the entrance and the exit of this stream is sometimes a chest. So glide into where you can see both caves, and usually one of them will have a chest for you to open. So there you have it, our 11 best secret locations and easy chests in Fortnite Battle Royale after the update. If you know any more locations, be sure to let us know in the comments below, as I'm generally interested. And if you want more content from us, be sure to click the videos on the left. If not, hitting the big circle in the middle will get yourself subscribed to GamesRadar YouTube channel for more Fortnite content.